Theme song.
Welcome back to Solid Content and welcome back to Going Medieval. Autumn 1357, just at the outset of a cold, cold winter. The facade of a large and beautiful gatehouse is coming along quite nicely, and I'm picking up right where we left off. Unfortunately, I did no offline work, so the grind continues. Any offline work I would have done would have undoubtedly brought more progress. I don't know why they can't build that. That's weird. But it looks accessible. So somebody just needs to go and build it. Martin, can that just be you? What are you up to, Martin? Getting resources, eh? Okay, you've done that. Now build that. Need to clear an area first. Okay, there's something in the way of that or something. You should be able to build that. They should be able to stand like here and access that. Limestone block pile. What is going on here? Okay, well, we're going to solve that. But yes, there is a lot to get done in today's episode. And to guarantee the safety of these people, in fact, there is a lot to get done. We almost need to start working on this tower right away. And maybe and also begin kind of mining all of this stuff out. Thinking ahead, though, it's going to be hard to get up into this area. So let's chop this tree down. Let's mine this out a little bit. Just so we have some access points here. I think that's actually not too close to the tower. That should be fine. I think I'm overthinking it a little bit. We'll put some stairs there. Yeah, let's not mine this out. I don't need to start creating more access points because at some point this is going to be replaced by this entrance anyway. I just don't want them to lose out on access to this side of the map until we've mined all of this away, which we undoubtedly will do. Agnes is doing the Lord's work here. She is absolutely positively chuffed to be here. Initial optimism coupled with victory and exquisite meal and 8 at a table. Oh, good Lord. She's in good mood. Yeah, she's a little chilly, but that's the winner for you. Agnes is putting the final touches on a little piece of security. If this doesn't get built before a raid, they will be able to access the internals of this castle. So we just need to get that finished before we move on. And of course, we need to be conscious about how we build going forward, because every time we build something new, we are, giving them access to the innards of this fortress. Now, the other thing I'm thinking is, what is this? This is where we left off in the last episode. What does this interior look like? Now, obviously, we could just Merlin. Let's just, look at it for a second. We could just Merlin the inside here and have it quite thin. And it's not horrible, but I was sort of hoping for a better, front gate entrance. So what if we did something a little silly that didn't provide for too much coverage onto this area? But again, you're not really... If people bust through the door, they're not going to be standing around this space. The traps will get them anyway. But what if we built a slight, indentation here? Like so. Limestone floor. Hear me out. Hear me out where I'm going with this, all right? So this is kind of like a bit of a... I don't know, it doesn't look welcoming. It also strategically might be a bit annoying, but I think it just might look visually a little more pleasing. So we have the Merlins up on the inside like this. So yeah, like I said in that last episode, the secondary entrance was far too close based on this build, especially if we're going to do a little overhang like this. At which point we do... How does it work? We would do... I can't remember what the rules are. Oh, a Merlin to the side. Then a corner Merlin here. Then we put another piece of limestone floor in right there. So that's kind of how you would enter the space, and then we mirror it on the other side. So there's a nice, front entrance area here, which seems defensible, and then a little bit of structure here to keep them, safe, I guess. At which point we then have the rest of the wall formation. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it would be right here. So let's get some bracing in here. Then carry this limestone wall across. Oops, where did I put that? Down there. L for cancel. So let's carry this limestone wall across here like a bad guy. Come on. All right, so this is the inside of the second tower. Let's put some wood down here. Preemptively, let's fill this hole in. Preemptively. I don't want to dig out all this stuff. I think we can do that later if and when we need more space in this castle, but I don't see needing more space, as what we're walling off is going to give us a tremendous amount of space. Okay, so then this would be the overall shape. And then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so this gives us a sense of what we're dealing with here. We need another height up here of wall. And we need to figure out how to turn all of that into a protective type situation. So we'll go out here. Oh, yeah, then we don't need this, so we'll cancel this guy. How does this work again? I've already forgotten my own design. It's definitely a little bit clunky. I will say that, but this might be what we need to ensure that we can, access the tower, etc., etc. So right across from here, we actually need a double grated door. Like so. And then if we copy our design, plagiarize ourselves, we need another limestone wall bracing right there. Okay, that's starting to look symmetrical. And then, yeah, limestone floor. So then that requires a merlin, a flat merlin. Right there. Then a curvy merlin. Real merlins have curves. So we're going to put this curvy merlin. Oh, come on. Oh, boy. Geometry. There. Don't move the mouse. Okay, there we go. And we put in a little piece of flooring right here. And again, yes, it does cost us a little bit of, firing ability in this area. That's almost like a covered area where they could hide. However, guards, I'm sure, will run around this side and open fire. To do that, we're going to need to give them some sort of entrance or exit or something. So I guess we could do the same thing. We could pull this wall across here. So, like, how much if we just put a gate here? Let's just plot this out and see what we think. Bring that across like so. Oh, I guess we could join it right here and then have that pull back. Okay, so let's go limestone brick wall. A second layer. And then have merlins. We got to just kind of like reverse engineer our own, design here. So then we have merlins come up here. And here's the thing, folks. I can already sense, I feel the tingling of the YouTube audience. I can feel you all kind of getting ready to attack and and tell me that, no, there's a way better way to do this. And I'll be honest with you, I'm here for it. Bring it on, because that is only going to make me a better player. Limestone block floor. We could take that away, maybe. I'm not sure. So then what we do here is we'll cancel this. We will bring this limestone block floor across like so. Although then we technically have to merlin it up, don't we? And that's going to make for a very tiny space down here. It's going to be hard to see, like, what's going on down here. And yet not. And yet it'll be fine. Okay, this is a perfect example of, like, why we need that internal merlin. Internal merlins. InternalMerlin.com. Or we just leave it. I guess it's just kind of dorky if it's just left to its own devices. Yeah, I guess merlins don't really fold that way, though. Like, were they made inverted like this? They weren't built for people who are doing weird designs, I guess is the thing. They weren't made for people like myself, who are just, like, playing, I would argue, on a whole other level. So we could delete... Okay, I guess we could delete that and add another piece of floor in there or something. Okay, let's take a step back once we've laid all this out and see if this is going to do the trick. Will this provide the people the protection and the ability to fire... Oh, geometry! So right now there isn't any wall underneath it, so it's becoming very next to impossible to place these merlins. So I place them here like this, then I remove that merlin. Limestone floor, limestone floor. Yeah, you can see how, like... Oh, where'd it go? Got canceled. You can see how tight it is already. That's going to be a problem. Come on, there you go. Okay. That is a very small, like, firing gap. But it's not... At the end of the day, it's not terrible. You can get people here, over here, firing into this space here. And then if we just cover it with traps, I'll be honest with you, I don't hate it. And again, I don't know how that makes you feel on the other end of the YouTube video. And I'm sure you'll let me know, and I want you to let me know. I thrive off of you letting me know what we're dealing with here. Because right now it's you know, as the great Biffa might say, it's feeling a bit hokey-pokey. But what am I going to do? Like, pull all of this out and design a longer one? I guess I could. Because, you know, these doors are how you access it. So, yes, I guess I could pull this out and make this a little bit longer and give us a little more firing space. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. I can hear you through the YouTube. I can hear you giving me a good tip. If we went even just one or two more, we would get a little bit more space here. That would look a little broader and a little less silly. So before you guys keep building it, let's think about that. Why don't we go forward? Okay, we'll let it. The autosave gives me a second to breathe. Why don't we go forward in time and, yeah, expand this out to, like, here. I don't want to go too far out of the build of this tower, is I guess what I'm saying. So let's try that. Let's see what it looks like. And, you know, Yorkson and Martin, thank you for your work. You all did great work. Now, if you could kindly disassemble it all, that would be great, because I've slightly changed my mind after hearing the YouTube comments in my own soul. And, of course, a big shout-out to Brian B., who said a couple episodes ago, you don't want to get bogged down in a multi-episode build? Who are you and what have you done with the Real Solid? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Real Solid. Oh, no, do we need bracing walls along here, too? I think we do to make these merlins not look silly, not look like floating merlins. And that's fine, though, because it just makes this area look even more dangerous. So, yeah, let's pull this out by, like, 3 blocks and see what that looks like. All right, there we have it. The build has now been updated. We flashed forward in time and ended up adding, like, a fair amount. I'm sure we could pull back on some of this a little bit, maybe. A fair amount to the inner gatehouse here, which kind of, it doesn't look terrible. And I'm just wondering, like, what does it look like if we do a little bit of this, a little more sweet lady buttress action. And I think that kind of looks cool. I think that looks like a really nice entrance. We get a bunch of, we could build like a temporary platform, some scaffolding here, so that we can get up here and put some banners and put some torches along here. So far, I think that looks pretty nice. And again, this is the inside of the tower, right? The outside is inset so that we can fire down upon them. And the inside is outset so that we can have some space, I guess. I do feel a little weird. I mean, it's about the same size as this, like the same thickness. So I think once it's built, it won't look as bad. But this just like looks very bulky at the back. Again, though, it might be nice to come to the gatehouse and stand here and then, you know, look out at the distant fortress as it stretches out in the background. So yes, we currently have 2,000 limestone bricks left. So I'm not sure how much of this we'll be able to build before we again run out of resources, but we're gonna try. We're gonna see what we can get to. You know what I do like is that it almost looks like the wall carries on right through the shape. It looks like these towers were placed right over top of the existing wall, and I quite like that. This is a very stark and flat entrance here, so we're going to get some more lighting and design in here, fill it with traps, of course, and then really just, yeah, finish out, oh, the winters here. Okay, good for us. Low temperatures, high chance of snowfall. Okay, great. But yeah, this is going to really help kind of give us that grand entrance look once we build it up a little bit more. I do feel sensitive that we're not placing as many windows and stuff here. We're going to have to place some stairs up there or something. I'm not sure how we get to that. We can place a temporary wooden structure here just so we can get up to that and figure out what's going on with this limestone block wall. But yeah, again, like once this is all built in, that looks quite bulky, but I think it'll look nice offset with the tower. And I like the changes in the levels here, how you get down to this little like shed. And then, of course, there's this entrance here, which we'll have to shore up a little bit and make it look nice. But one thing I was thinking about with this this valley here, I think this would be kind of fun. If we built a bridge, probably around here, a nice stone bridge, what if this valley was filled with trees? I don't know why I like that, but what if this little seam was just a seam of trees? Would that look good? Would that look stupid? I'm not sure. All I know is I kind of want to clear out some of the trees in this area so I can just better see the run of the mill, you know, the run of the village. We can also put some trees in between the farming, which I'm excited to move. But I think I kind of want to wait until we're fully happy with the gatehouse before we really start doing big moves. Again, this gatehouse, though, looks a lot more impenetrable than this gatehouse. Remember where we started? We started here, and this had just regular old doors, not reinforced doors, which are almost destroyed. Excuse me, people. Somebody repair these. I guess they're all busy. But how far have we come, you know? Oh, let's not forget this. I love that corner Merlin around the door thing. I love that I discovered that. But I don't think we'll need it because we have the proper height now for these truly daunting entrances to our beautiful, beautiful home. And the second layer of wall goes in, or rather the foundations, I should say, for the second tower begin. I don't know if you heard that in the microphone, but I sat forward in my chair. That's how important this is to me. We're going to mine around this so I can get the buttressing done in here, because I guess this will be... We'll get the buttressing... Actually, we're going to get it to match this. So let's cancel that mining for this area here. Oh, that's not how you cancel, apparently. Cancel tool. There we go. So, yeah, the buttressing here is going to... I want it to pair with this level. So that's going to actually have to come up to, like, here. And where would this one be? That would be also here. And then down is... We build that second one underneath that. Two in the middle. Yeah, okay, perfect. Okay. Then we get sweet lady buttress complete, like so. And bring our tower around here. We're going to have to place some... I think some structure in here, some windows and doors, etc., into this space here, because you enter into this. Now, do I have... Oh, yeah, I blocked off that entrance, so now this is just like a room that we can have. I'm not sure what we'll put in this room. We could actually put a bunch of weapon stores. Oh, what would that look like if we just for now... Okay, we could put a bunch of... I guess we don't... I mean, here's the thing. The AI, if they break in, they aren't going to go and grab weapons off weapons racks. They already have their weapons. But, like, if this were a real castle, would you have this many weapons racks in your gatehouse? And, you know, a part of me is like, I think you would, I guess. Because, again, what army is showing up ill-equipped? They're going to show up with weapons. But this just looks great. I think that's going to look really cool. Especially... Oh, yes. Especially with iron candelabras around. And did I need to roll my R's there? You know, no, I didn't. But did I? Yes, I did. And that's because this is very important to me. It's very important that we have iron candelabras here, and that I pronounce it iron. All right, that's why you come to this channel, for that kind of weird behavior. Oh, a cold snap. Okay, get ready for that cold snap, folks. I say, while not really providing anything for them. Here, I'll give you... This room will be warm. L. Now, I do need to remember to apply some nice buffs to these, like to make sure that we don't have any, like, crap, you know, weapons in here. So when you enter here, you go into the... Yeah, in that corner, there's another one. And we can do some decorating in a little bit, but yes, that looks awesome. That's, if I do say so myself, that's going to look great. So that's the lower hold, which is kind of hard to get down to anyway. Like, unless you put some ladders up here and get down into there, that's where you're getting the weapons. Like, I don't think anybody's going to do that. So in the meantime, we do have this, like, under-the-floor access, which could be good. So let's put some wooden stairs in here, I guess, and finish this off. Because, like, yeah, again, this floor isn't really being used. In fact, it's not even... This isn't accessible, I've just noticed. Well, and the reason for that is, like, again, you're not dealing with a professional, you know, video game player here, okay? You're dealing with solid content, and what you get is what you get sometimes. So let's deconstruct this, oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, let's deconstruct that door that's not currently useful, which will be done once they build that door. So they'll get around there and just kind of finish that. These little antechambers or whatever, like, I'm not sure what we'll do with them, but at least, hey, at least you can kind of get up into this space. Some people are falling unconscious. Who's unconscious? Hazel is unconscious, and her name is Margaret, so I'm not sure what that was all about. Sigmund, let's go and just carry her to... Oh, Willem's already come to save her. Okay, that's good. And apparently she's the only one... It says Hazel is unconscious. Oh, Margaret Hazel. Okay, okay. So Margaret Hazel is getting dealt with. I think she just fell to some of the cold. She fell to a cold snap. That's all right. We'll get her the help she needs. And I continue, of course, my obsession with... Oh, no, Godwin's stuck. We have to save Godwin immediately. Okay, who can I get on that? Martin, can you come and build this, please? We've got to save Godwin before he gets too cold. So now Godwin will be able to come up and down this ramp, hopefully, and build those stairs. I hope he's on the way, because Godwin is getting... He's getting pretty bad here, folks. We got to save Godwin. Wait, can people not get down there anymore? Okay, Godwin is unconscious. Sigmund has also fallen unconscious. Oh, right at the entrance. Okay. Carrying a wounded to a bed. Walt is carrying people. Oh, my goodness. Okay, people are... This cold snap was rough. And made all the more rough by the fact that I just will not let these folks rest for even a second. Okay. We have freed Godwin from his prison. So that's good. He's about to get up, and he's free. Okay, good. He can go deal with himself. People are falling unconscious left, right, and center, but I push on because I know that they need this. I know that this is more worth it to them than their pitiful little lives. Is that... so that's not really filled in. I guess we could put a door here, and again, this is a room... this is a room here that I don't know that we really need. But feel free to hit me up in the comments below if you have an idea of how we could use that space. Because right now, it is the opposite of Philip DeFranco. It is not filled in. Okay, so there we go. We'll put that floor in there. And this gets us to the lower chamber, at which point we just need to place stairs here. Let's just copy the design so that we have no big surprises coming our way. Limestone block stair. Same basic design, but we'll just, we'll have it go the opposite way, right? So was it 1 or 2? It comes up to 1. Okay, so it'll go up to 1 like so. There we go. And then I think we can brace it off. Yes, we're working through the night, doing the design work. Okay, this is a little bit much on the bracing, but, you know, you get what you get. Then we can wooden floor this situation here. And yes, they can't get to it yet, but that's okay. I know that they will eventually, because nobody can stop the Borgtonites. Agnes tends to the wounds as we have a lot of people falling unconscious rather than sleeping. So obviously he's building his consciousness a lot slower than if he was sleeping. It is 4 a.m. So Jorgsen, I believe, will be... he's during his work hours right now. Okay, so that bodes well for us that he's just sleeping it off. But yes, the cold has certainly been hard on people, almost as hard as I have, because I have been forcing these Borgtonites, or Borgtonians, or the Borg, to work themselves silly. They are working day and night, even sometimes the afternoons, on building this gatehouse. But it is truly starting to look like something either out of nightmares, if you're a progeny, or out of your wildest dreams, if you are Jorgsen Borg himself. Although he's currently having some nightmares because he's, unconscious from the cold. But once he's feeling better, this will be a sight to behold for him. Just the raw sturdiness of this gatehouse. Okay. Once again, Sigmund, I think it's Sigmund that always does this, seems to build himself into a hole from which I'm going to have a lot of trouble getting him out. I really don't want to build him out of all of this, but this is also kind of my fault. I build ahead too much, and then I don't think they have the smarts to figure out, how they're supposed to build properly. I wonder if I can just do, 1, 2, 3. Now I got to build all this just to free the guy. With the daylight peering in, you can really see the strength of this tower. I'm probably going to want to put 2 of those windows in there, so hopefully I can actually get in and do that. We'll have to wait for Sigmund to get free first. He's doing okay, though, but I do have somebody assigned. Walt is on his way to finish that. In the meantime, and in the light, I just want to take a look at this interior here. This is a deadly place. It does not look fun to be here, but I am going to give them at least a little bit of light, because here's the thing. Any traveling trade dignitaries, of which there will be some in subsequent updates of the game, they're going to want a little bit of light in here. And we'll need to be able to, turn on and off, the traps, I suppose. But I thought maybe some, limestone floor to start with. Let's look at what that looks like. And fill in the space with that. And if we like it, then we can keep it. And then if we like it, for for good, I think the next step is going to be laying in a bunch of traps here as well. It looks like our gatehouse will be tested a little early with a ferocious swarm of wolves entering the space. Now, the wolves I've found to be a problem. And part of that is because they stick around for a long time unless you deal with them. And if you don't deal with them, then you have a lot of people just running around. And unless you draft everyone, you know, it's this whole thing. It really slows everybody down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draft Walt. We'll bring him up onto the walls. We'll draft like a team of archers to see if we can't. And I think this is okay. That scrolling thing, and I think this is definitely something for Jorgsen to work on. Maybe let's bring him up to the top tower here. And Yvette is sleeping, so we'll get these folks here. Where are you going? It looks like they're gonna. It looks like they're looking for somebody to eat. Oh, they've gone up these stairs just to hang out for a second. They will probably run up here in a second. And when they do, we'll have to move to another position. But so far, this will be a good spot to hunt from, I think. Now, Olin, what do you have on you? You've got a hatchet, so we're not going to deal with that. Hopefully they can just outrun anybody, but the problem is if you have anybody tasking out here, maybe taking out the trash or something, then they might get stuck. Okay, see, like, Margaret is, going to grab some iron, I guess. Okay, that's fine. But again, Margaret might get stuck into a spot where she's running away, but then running into them, because I find that the mechanic of when they get scared is a little bit, let's say, busted. Jorgsen is not really in a rush for some reason. I think he's very tired, maybe, and not giving me good running. Where's his, like, debuffs, buffs situation? No, he should be fine. I don't know. He just doesn't feel like running, I guess. He just doesn't... Yeah, he's really not in a rush, so something is debuffing him or something. Hypothermia. He's hypothermic. Whoops. Okay, is there anything inside this tower that's warm? We should put some beds in here, I think. It's 25 degrees in here, so maybe let's just have him go in here for a second and get him some warmth. These two, however, are doing okay, but they're also making, like, pretty short work, I think, of the rampaging wolves. Wait, Jorgsen, are you taking aim from there? If we open that window, would you be able to? If I commanded you to open that window, can you steward a window while drafted? No, but what if I undraft you for a moment and ask you to open that window? Okay, then redraft you. Now you're kind of in somewhat 25 degrees. And can you fire from there? Whatever he was firing on would have to be like right here, I think. Oh, that almost looks like it would work though. Oh, cool. All right, well, as I said here, Alba had some kind of job out here that she really needed to be out here, but she'll run away, and thankfully the door is right here, the Sally Gate, so she'll be okay. Let's bring him outside. He's obviously not going to take any shots from there, so let's bring him out here and try to make quick work of these wolves so we can get back to building. There remains only one wolf, and just like I predicted, Alba has gotten herself stuck by it. So we're going to have Alba try to get away, try to wrestle away, and run back to the Sally Gate. In the meanwhile, the wolf is now in range of the archers from the corner tower. So Alba's going to try her best and see if she can't take a couple of shots on this wolf. Guys, can you keep helping her, though? Oh, she doesn't need help anymore. She has done the task. And so I believe... Oh, I see what was going on. These were all allowed. Normally when they're killed, they're not allowed to be grabbed, so Alba must have already been starting to pick up some of the wolf meat. And now we will all eat like kings. One thing I would love to ask as a suggested sort of feature for Going Medieval is with these folks here, I would love to see it that I could have a schedule, a null schedule, not assigned to anybody, that was just like all sleep and leisure or something, so that I could quickly change up somebody's schedule. Then I could have a working schedule, so I could grab it, copy it, and then paste it over whoever is injured or having a bad time and needs to have like a bit of a mental health break. But as it stands now, I can't store that schedule anywhere. I'd have to build it every time, which I could do, I suppose. Like I could just grab somebody's work schedule, for instance, and make it leisure. And then as long as somebody else, I could just copy it over. So as long as somebody else has the same schedule of them, the working version, I could just copy that over. So there is a couple of ways to do that, but I think that might be something I need to implement, which is just like letting these folks rest and relax after a raid or something. I am so tired with the people becoming unconscious and the rough work schedule that I've imposed upon them. Like, I know it's my fault, but it's really annoying right now. So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to go down here. I put some limestone floor down on this place. I'm going to actually pull out this grated door and put in a proper door, and we're going to make this like a little sleeping area. For those that are nearby and just need some quick, like a quick night's sleep, we'll get this in here. We're going to fill it with some cozy clay braziers. All right, and maybe if some people do decide to sleep here, we'll put in a bookshelf, right on the walls, and we'll put in some decorative items too, so that you feel like you can just get a quick cozy night's sleep down here in the basement house. And you know what? The more I think about it, the more I'm like, it's actually kind of nice to have some stuff like this, just like some little hidden cozy rooms that people can get into and sleep the night if they've been working hard on the wall nearby and they need a nice warm sleep. So deconstruct that door. Thank you very much. And we're going to put in a real cheap, not too hard wooden door right there. There we go. So there. If you get too tired, we're going to get some braziers in there. We're going to get you a little warm spot to sleep while you continue all your excellent construction work. Okay, we can deconstruct this now that Sigmund is free, of course, but also that this area now connects up. That was the problem, is this flooring was kind of built first before it actually connected up to this door, so that created an issue. Another issue I'm seeing here is there's actually no way into these guard houses currently. So maybe, just maybe, what are we dealing with here? Oh, there's stairs right here. Right. Okay, so we need to think about that, because right now we've got an entrance here. So if you enter here, you could come around into this area, and then that's how you can get up into the gatehouse. So that's not bad. Maybe we just copy that on this side as well. Although it's just kind of stark. You'd think it would almost be there, but I actually don't mind it being off to the side and having this just be imposing and dark. We'll see. I mean, again, feel free to leave a comment below and tell me what you think. Just be like, come on, what are you doing? And I'll respond probably. I'll be like, you know what? I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm trying. While the gatehouse is being built outside, it's almost in the negatives, 0.3 degrees Celsius in the late winter, but Agnes here is sleeping in our bunk room, a shared bedroom right near the tower, and look how cozy it is in there. I mean, it's not, a room fit for a king or whatever, but it's certainly quite cozy, and 25 degrees. Agnes sleeps well, and when she wakes, she will be ready to get back to work. They have done a truly stupendous job here building this gatehouse. It is looking absolutely sturdy and daunting, dare I say. Now, I think I want to start really carving all this stuff out here, this grass. So I might assign that as a carving job here so that they can access all of this. Then, of course, we can deconstruct this old thing. I don't know if you remember this old bridge that we built, but it is time to go. It can go now. How do I select the... come on. Let me select the bracing. There we go. Deconstruct yourself. Or maybe you've already been assigned to deconstruct. Okay, there we go. Deconstruct yourself. I don't think you have, did you? I did say I hit K. Anyway. So we're going to take away that bridge. We're going to mine out the rest of this just to give you... just to give that the entrance a bit more of a grand approach feel. And then to that end, we'll probably get at this coal here. So we're probably going to dig away all of this eventually as well and kind of just give, a really broad approach to the entrance. And then either I put some stairs here for this Sally gate or lower the Sally gate down one more rung here and then dig out underneath it. Like I could eventually just really dig out the rest of this space and make this whole entrance even the more daunting. But for now, I think what's important to do is going to be to deconstruct these walls and fill them in with wood for the time being. Although maybe I should do these first. If I'm being safe about it, I would do these first and fill those in with wood. Then deconstruct... Sorry, Yorkson, you can do these ones. And then deconstruct that. Yes, people are still exhausted, but you know, there's a lot going on. There's a lot to do. There's a lot to be done. And Yvette, if you're not careful, you're going to dig yourself into a corner if somebody comes along and digs these out, which they tend to do. But while that's getting done, and it's kind of a nice twilight, let's pause the game here, and let's wrap up this tower construction here. Oh, my goodness, these towers will be complete. And then all that's left to do is continue the wall off this way. Probably put another stone tower here, like this one. And then I don't really want to carry the wall all along this way and then straight. That's a lot of building. I kind of want to start curving it a little bit, so I might do another curve like this, which is, to say the least, very annoying to build. But if I did it in threes, I think that would be okay. So it'll be like here, it'll jut out a little bit to about here or something, and then just start curving down in chunks of threes, at least, until it can straighten out. And then I think line up with, this is the same height as this one, so I think it'll just line up with this entrance here. Where does that go? All right, that goes into a bedroom. That goes into where Sigmund's sleeping right now, so I might need to reconsider that. But again, that's something that's that's many episodes away. But I do want to phase this out of being used as our entrance, so it is officially now being blocked off. And this is the new entrance to Borgton. Truly magnificent. So let's cap this and the episode off. Now, I kind of want, at this height, I believe 3 high, yeah, it was sort of where we had these windows. These windows are on the same level as the wall height. So I actually took those windows out, and I thought it'd be kind of nice to put them back in up here. And I believe it's at right near the edges. So we'll mirror that here as well, because that is going to inform where we place the stairs. And I think, you know, I feel strong enough that we could have some windows, facing, whoops. How do I click again, I think? Yeah, there we go. Cancel that. I think we're strong enough that we could have these windows facing. Did I build it? Yeah, it did. Okay, good. You know, I believe in the strength of this fortress to hold up against a couple of windows, which may seem at first a weak point. In fact, let's put a couple of windows like right here. Ooh, that's going to look good. Yeah, and they could even potentially fire from them, although they may choose not to. So we'll see if that's enough windows. That looks pretty good here. And so then I think instead of putting a staircase, that's not a staircase, a limestone block stair, instead of putting that staircase right here, which would block those windows, I guess we'll just put it out here, a little more in the open, which is sort of annoying, but, you know, it is what it is. And then, of course, let's get a lot of bracing going. So we'll do I'm going to just kind of copy the bracing. There's something symmetrical. There's something I love about the symmetry of it all, to just copy the bracing that I do in each room. But let's cancel that for a second, because I actually want that bracing to be close to and surrounding the doorway. And then I think that lets me put... Oh, there's windows there now. Okay, right. Right there and there. Oh, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty symmetrical. So I think we have enough wood. 520 wood. We have to chop down some more trees if we need to, but we can. So that should give me enough to get this level of the tower up and running here. Let's do the same thing here. Get a... Oh, did I put limestone block stair? Yeah, I guess I did. Well, I guess I'm okay with that. I've decided just now to be okay with that. So that's going to go up. Yeah, that's perfect. Nice and symmetrical. All is right with the world when you can build somewhat symmetrically. So then we'll bring this out here along this path here. Looking good. There we are. And now we can build... Oh, the snow is settling in. One last snowfall before the end of the winter, I believe. This should be the end of the winter, I think. And I don't mean it in a way like, this should be the end of the winter. I just mean that I know that the winter lasts about 12... every season lasts about 12 days in this beautiful, wonderful game known as Going Medieval. Hey, folks, some of you are in the Discord, and you drop beautiful comments as to what we should be playing next. Feel free to do that some more in this chat if you want. Some of you I know aren't necessarily in the Discord, so I think, you know, take the opportunity and tell me what you think we ought to be playing on this channel. Should I look at Timberborn? I just don't know. One thing I'd like to do here is create a small room. So if the stairs come up here, you heard me. Let's do block stairs. So you come up there on a 1. So you can come over here, and I'll just probably put it like that. No, I want you to come up into a fair amount of space. So we're going to actually cancel that. And I want you to come up to the top of the tower with a decent footprint. But what I am going to do is put a door here. And the same thing at the top here. All right, and I'm going to wall this off. And the reason I'm walling it off is just to create that room separation. That does fill this in. So we can cancel this. And then what we could do is put some limestone block wall here. Oh, heavens, where did that go? Things are getting a little, like, as you speed the game up, and as things are being built, and as the colony grows very large, I am feeling it a little bit in my poor processing power here. So there we go. Once that's filled in, we'll fill it in with another row of blocks. So that'll be a blocky chunk in the tower, but at least it creates a separation of rooms so that when you finally go to the outdoors, this space is nicely walled in. And man, they are building like crazy today. They're working at quite the pace. I think it's because they know they're close to being done, and they just want to call it a day. Well, folks, there you have it. The tower, not yet fully operational, has caused a problem. We have 3 movable trebuchets and 5 archers attacking us, as well as some other, some melee troops. This is going to be a problem. They're going to bring these into range, and it looks like they are able to hit the tower, which I just finished building. So this is, I guess, how our episode concludes. Not with the how are they going to get those trebuchets up there? Are they going to just like wheel it up these ramps, or do these things have the range? Okay, well, I'm not sure. At any rate, we have to be ready to move forward, I believe, and take them on. So again, if I gather at these towers, how do I get out? They're all going to have to run down from the gatehouse, out this door, across, down, up, and then over to come out. Or they'll have to run across this way and then out the Sally gate, which I'll keep open for now. Okay, this could be tricky because what I want to do is defend this. So I think that's shown me that we actually do need a gatehouse entrance door, which I guess means like we're going to have to move. I have to consider moving some stuff around. If this comes out like this... Okay, we could do away with this buttress stuff here. We could move this whole gate, and we could actually put that right here and get rid of this little buttress. So that's going to be something we're going to do in the next episode. We're going to move this buttress over, and we're going to put one here here as well, so that you can kind of go up into this whole gate structure and down and out a lot quicker. Maybe we do need a gate down here, although that's a bad idea because they'll attack that instead of these ones. Okay, a lot of thoughts going on, but the main thought right now is we need everybody to be armed. Why did Aaaan... You know what's happening, I bet, is they are losing their weapons when they become too low in hit points. That's got to be what's happening. So he's a 10 in melee. So we need to draft Aaaan and have him... what do we have down here? No, in the castle, in the keep, we have some weaponry. Whoa, a bit of a zoom in there. Okay, so we need him. What do we have at our disposal here? Can you go and... Oh, you got to be undrafted for that, don't you? Right, okay. Aaaan, can you not go grab those things? Melee skill of 10, so he could... Let's get him a good two-handed mace. Let's get him on that. So Aaaan is going to go equip that, and the rest of us are going to get drafted and, I don't know, meet at the gatehouse because we know that they're going to attack and that we're going to have to move forward to stop them. So I think maybe we put some archers on the gatehouse and some melee troops forward here and see if we can't draw them out. The raid begins, and I'm oh my goodness. Okay, I hope that the idea of arming them up on the tower, it was a good idea, but that actually already was not. However, I see that they're moving their force forward anyway, so I think it's kind of going to be a bit of a defense situation with them firing from our almost and yet not fully operational tower, and just hoping for the best that we don't take too many hits from the trebuchets, and then as soon as this herd gets thinned out, then we move in on the trebuchets as quick as possible. I think eventually, once we get a large expeditionary force, maybe we could split up. Here comes another attack on the tower. Okay, see, again, once they get hit, unless they get hit directly with some rocks, I don't think we're going to take too many hits. Okay, wait, who's getting fully just wrecked right now? Somebody is getting if I ganked, if I might say. So let's pull them back. Yeah, I think having people just outside the front gates definitely attracts the invading forces. We're going to need to pull Margaret out of here now. So let's pull her back here. Is Olin... Oh, he's fleeing. Okay, let's draft him and bring him forward now. Okay, who else are we dealing with here? It's hard to see healths right away. Alba, let's pull Alba back a little bit. Alba, work on Alfred. Yes. Oh, Olin's in the fight, so let's bring Olin forward and figure out what's going on with Rudolph there. Yeah, he wants to die, so we'll bring him to his death. And, oh my goodness, we got a victory. Okay, hang on a minute here. The beleaguered settle came under attack in the winter of 1358. Their ordeal continued for 2 hours. It was almost a 3-hour siege. Borgton lost one of its people. We lost Godwin in the fight. When did we lose Godwin? Godwin was one of our original people. But it makes me think, okay, have they left? They're leaving. Ugh. That was just sheer chaos. Let's undraft these folks here. Undraft. Walt, what were you doing? He must have fleed or something. He was basically useless today. Okay, where is Godwin? Oh my goodness. Godwin Lane. Godwin was one of the first people to join us, and honestly, I think, I could go back, save scum or whatever. However, I think, unfortunately, this is just how the story goes sometimes. First of all, let's, yeah, there we go. And also, I just noticed we haven't gotten Agnes a weapon. I had them make some weapons, but I guess I didn't apply one. Is there anything nearby here, archery-wise, that would be good? Agnes, let's get you working on your skills. I mean, 3.7 is okay to get started. 2.2, that's our best option now. So Agnes, go. Oh, she can't. She's too useless. Okay, we'll get you going with the short bow first. And in the meantime, what we need to do, I think, is I think everyone gets burned except for Godwin. I think Godwin deserves to be buried out here with. Here lies. Oh, what happened here? Settler corpse. Oh, I think we dug up that person and then burned him. I cannot remember that person who froze to death here, but we might as well, I guess we should we bury him out here? Should that be the rock that he dies and is buried on? Yes, maybe, or maybe we just put him in here. Let's get a nice little graveyard going in here somewhere. Where would Godwin want to be buried? That's the real question. Perhaps over here, although we might be building here shortly. Godwin joined before it got all heavy with stone, and limestone, gravestone, wooden sarcophagus, limestone sarcophagus. Wait a minute. Okay, hang on. You know what we could do? Let's put him in a sarcophagus, okay? And we're gonna put him in here to bless the tower with good fortunes. So maybe, where would that be? Where would be a good spot where he could, be there for us at all times? We definitely don't want him to put him up in the tower, I don't think, because if it collapses or something like that, then we'll have his body everywhere, or it'll just disappear. We don't want it to despawn. And we do have this little room. Let's put this. Okay, here we go. This is it. This shall now be the tomb. Where do we want to put it? So you walk in the door, and then you'll come in. I wish we could place it symmetrically, but we cannot. So we're going to place it right there. And we're going to place some wall shields down here. If that's at all possible to do. Yes, good. There we go. Place those. Then we're going to place... what will we place in here? I can't remember what Godwin was. So I guess I don't want to place anything religious in case he's like, whoa, I don't like that. Oh yeah, sorry, don't place that. And we'll place some banners in here to honor him. And let's have one very spooky, where are they? There they are. Let's have one very spooky, candelabra in the corner. So this shall be where we place Godwin. So what I need to do is go back up here and forbid him. And then what we need to do is get this built quickly. Oh, we should probably put a floor down here. I believe that while he has died, it has provided, narratively speaking, of course, the name for this gate. I hereby dub this gate Godwin's Gate. Godwin's Gatehouse. The GG. It also, this might need to be the Margaret Tower if she dies, but surely we're going to need to come up with a better strategy on how to deal with these trebuchets, because that was not great. Godwin was one of our better builders too. We have lost a very valuable settler. Okay, what do we need to do here? We need limestone to get this thing done, and we have no fresh limestone. Okay, so we've got to get that so we can bury Godwin. Spring settles in, a spring that Godwin would have loved to see. Now, he can see it a little bit because he's lying outside the front gate staring directly upwards. So let's get him resting because he's only got a few days until he rots, and we definitely don't want that to happen. I've gone ahead and edited this so that human carcasses are not burnt here, just enemy corpses. And then I've set the sarcophagus, which is now built, to only settlers. So I believe, if I did this right, hopefully, hopefully, if I unforbid him, I can get Yorksenborg to give Godwin a nice private burial. Oh, wait. We don't want him to go to this one, so we can turn that off. There we are. So the room is not yet completed, but that's all right. Now, would I would normally, everyone's busy working. I would normally do a okay, where's he going? Yeah, okay, perfect. He's going to Godstan's room here. This is good. Normally I would do a nice funeral. But Godwin and Jorgsen, they know each other for a long time, and Godwin was a very private person. And so he is quietly buried by Jorgsenborg in the early spring of 1358. Here lies Godwin Lane, underneath the Godwin Gatehouse. Or the Gatehouse of Godwin. I don't know. I think, actually, yeah, that sounds cool. The Gatehouse of Godwin. It will be up and running and fully operational in the next episode because we got waylaid by some raiders. But it is certainly in good shape. And it did a fairly decent job of defending. I mean, look at the absolute pile of bodies that we have here. So I think in the future what we can do is, wherever the trebuchets are, we would attack them from a corner that would pull their troops away. Once they go and assault that tower or whatever, we have some other troops here that would come in and move in on the trebuchet. That's our dream. It's hard to do because there's no way to do control groups at this time. I'm assuming it's only a matter of time until those are given to us. I mean, I hope. But until now, we have a crypt for young Godwin Lane. Or maybe old. I mean, he was probably old. But man, is that a bummer, because he was also, I believe, one of our better archers as well. But unfortunately, you take hits in this world. And we are reminded this day that though our towers look strong and nigh impossible to destroy, we remember this day that we are, after all, only human. I hope you found this episode to be some solid content, and we will see you all in the next episode of Going Medieval, where we actually finish the Gatehouse of Godwin. Yvette has fallen unconscious because, she's sad that Godwin's dead, of course.